Hello and welcome to the Donna Show. This is your host, DJ Donna, and in this season, we are going to talk to all the godfathers of our DJing industry about their journey, about the contribution towards music, and much more. Today, we have a renowned name of our industry. He's a polished professional in the industry, and he ensures proper mix of music and entertainment as he creates an ambience of taste, talent, and celebration. To every event, he brings his extensive knowledge of music and energy to make any event worthwhile that guests talk about for years. That's right, that's none other than DJ Jazzy Joe. Well, hello, sir, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's the lockdown been for you?
Lockdown is fine. I miss going out. I miss going to clubs and going to meet my.
Right.
But otherwise, uh, there's a lot to do. I've got a lot of music with me, a lot of records, more than 12,000 records.
Oh,
So
correct. That's great. Yeah.
busy. So
Okay. Sorry?
that way it's fun. It's a different life, but a good life.
Correct. Right. So are we good to go with the question answer rounds?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Okay. So the first question for you is when did you start DJing and who inspired you to be a DJ?
Okay. I don't know when I started because somebody asked me that when did you train to be a DJ? So I said I've been training all my life. So it's very hard. It's very hard to say when you started to think like a DJ or you started to go towards DJing.
Correct.
It's very difficult to say that unless you have done it at an institute or something. Then
Correct.
you
Correct.
can point.
Correct.
But the first time I got access to equipment was in 1984.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in 1984, that was the first time I went to a club. I went to a discotheque. I met a DJ. We spoke. I was in school. I was in 11th standard,
Oh
and
wow.
he was impressed with me because I used to do a radio show. This was in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Correct.
So I used to do a radio show, and he used to listen to it. And
Mhm.
once in between the radio show, he called me up. We used to have a 2-hour radio show. So there was a break after 50 minutes. So he called me up during the break and he said, I'm DJ Benny from Pit Stop Discotheque. I said, yeah, I know you. He said, how do you know me? I said, yeah, I know you. I buy your cassettes. You mix non-stop cassettes and they're available in the market. I buy them. So he was quite impressed. So he said, I'd like to meet you. Can I meet you? Do I have to come to the station or would you like to come to the discotheque? I
Oh
said, yeah,
wow.
yeah, I'll come to the disco. I was an 11th standard kid,
Correct.
15
The
years old.
enthusiasm of entering a nightclub and stuff is a completely
Yeah, and here's the top DJ asking me if I
yeah.
want to come to the nightclub. Why not? Why not? So I said, yeah, sure, I'll come. And I went and met him. And then after that night, he told me, he said, why don't you come from the school? Once you come from the school, you have to pass my hotel anyway.
So
So
might as well.
yeah, 2-3 times
Yeah.
if you can come, because around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I listen to the new records. He used to get his records from UK, from Singapore.
Wow.
He said, I listen to the new records around 4 o'clock. So you also come during
Why
that
not
time.
come and join and yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you come in and you listen to the records and listen to new songs? You already
Correct.
know all the songs. He was very
Correct.
impressed that I knew all the new songs. I knew all the mixes. I knew all the remixes. I knew which one was good. I knew the artist. I knew if any artist had done the cover version of that song. So
Correct.
when I look back now, I think what he thought was that this guy is already half a DJ.
Correct. So why not make him a full-time DJ? Correct.
Yeah. He doesn't have
Correct.
access to the equipment, but
Yeah.
otherwise he has the knowledge. He knows what to do.
Correct.
So he called me over, and I used to go to the club and listen to the music. Then he started to let me use the turntable, let me use the equipment, and that's where it started from. So I can say formally in 1984.
So you started your DJing with turntables and not the Denons or was
Yeah.
it a cassette? Was it
No,
the
I
cassette that you started
cassettes.
with?
I started with
Cassettes.
cassettes, but then when
Okay.
I went to the club, that was when Benny introduced me to the turntables. That was when I started using.
It's a little thing that we want to know. I mean, since we've never really played on cassettes, what is the experience like? How would you mix your tracks and.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful to mix on cassettes. You see, art art thrives where there are difficulties.
Correct. You learn quite a lot from all the difficulty that you face.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Artist, a true artist loves difficulties. You know,
Correct. Absolutely.
you give me a difficult crowd, you give me a different genre of music, a difficult genre, and I would love the challenge. And,
Correct.
and
Absolutely.
that's how, that's how it was with cassettes. It was difficult. It was not easy. You had to push the envelope. You had to go beyond what a cassette player would do. You know,
Right.
like all my cassette players which my father used to buy for me, um, he saw I had interest, so he thought the best thing I can buy for my son is a cassette player.
Correct.
And the
Cassette
second
player.
day I would open it up. I would open all the screws. I would open it up. I would see where
You
the
like being a little engineer back in the days?
exactly,
With
exactly.
equipment?
I would find out where the motor is, because once
Oh,
I
wow.
know where the motor is, then I know how to manipulate the motor and use it as a pitch control.
Oh, wow.
So that's how we used to think, and we used to try and do all the effects that you have in the top big mixers today. All these effects have been
It was all
developed
there.
by old school DJs live, and
Wow.
and now they have been turned into electronic effects to
Electronic sound. Exactly. Yes.
be easy in the mixer, like
Correct.
flange, echo. Everything was made manual.
Wow. That
You know,
must have been an experience.
so
Like,
that was the fun of doing cassettes. Of
wow.
using a pen to stop it.
Correct.
Using the pause button to create an echo. You know, if I wanted to say Donna. Then I would record Donna 5 times, and each
Oh,
time I would
wow.
reduce the volume. Each time
Right.
I would reduce the volume, so it would become an echo.
Wow.
So everything
Oh,
was done manually, and that's the good part of it. That's I think I am blessed that I was in that period when we did not have controllers, we did not have the sync button, we did not have all that. So
correct.
I think that is the reason that I am still happy. I'm still going strong. I'm still into mixing because we came up the
Correct.
hard way. So we know the fun, we know the struggle,
Correct. Absolutely. Yes.
challenges, we know the achievements.
Right.
If you do it easy, there are no achievements.
Correct. Very true. I totally agree
You can
with you.
fool the crowd, but you can't fool yourself.
Right.
So that way, I feel blessed that we came up in that.
So since we know all of this, so now, were you really inclined towards music as a child? As in any of your family members were a part of the music
Uh,
field as a child? Do you remember anything at
no,
all?
Donna. No, Donna. None of my family members were into music professionally.
Hmm.
Uh,
No,
they
anyone who was inclined towards music
people,
or anything in your family,
people, you
like
know.
as it
Uh,
come by a generation, or is it just you, the black sheep in the family, as we all say?
yeah, I'm the red sheep. I was the red sheep. Uh, no, but with my family, you see, I always say that my family, my father came from a village, my mother came from a
Right,
town. We were a
right,
middle class family. We went around the world because my father was in the foreign services.
correct.
But I will always say that my parents were broad minded. They had the guts to let me do whatever I wanted to do in life.
That's
You know,
brilliant. I
which
mean,
was, which was a very rare thing in the 70s, in the
no,
80s.
it's still the case now as well. I mean, parents
Now,
still have a little issue with their
no,
children going
now
like
it's better. I get students, their parents want to sit with me, they want to talk with me, they want to understand the good, the bad, and the ugly. You
correct,
know,
correct,
no,
correct.
it's getting better, it's improving. But in the
Absolutely.
80s, a parent could not
It
tell
was a
anybody.
taboo. Yeah, it was a taboo back in the days.
Yeah, not taboo, it was not understood.
Correct,
Taboo, taboo is something you understand. DJing was
correct.
not understood. If you tell
Understood.
somebody I'm a DJ, they will
Correct.
ask you, okay, you're a DJ. What do you play? Do you play the drums? Do
First
you?
of all, no, I think the question is still that uh, are you, when people start DJing, they're like, क्या आप DJ बजाते हो? I mean,
Exactly.
they think DJing is an equipment. That is
Exactly.
not. We are the disco jockeys. So
Very true.
it's still,
That is,
people still don't know the whole,
they
thing
still
about
don't
DJing.
know that the DJ is a disc jockey, which is the person who is mixing the music for you. The person who
Correct.
is making you dance is the DJ.
Yeah.
The dance floor is not the DJ, the equipment is not the
It's
DJ.
not the DJ, but people still think that way. That I mean,
Exactly.
okay. So yeah.
That is the one.
So tell us about an incident memory related to your career that will always be cherished by you. Anything at all you remember? Anything?
There are too many moments. I think the best moment for a DJ is when somebody from the crowd at the end of the night tells you that you gave them a good time. I think
Yeah.
that's the
I
best
totally
moment.
yes.
Uh,
Yes.
that's that's the best. Otherwise, I've had so many moments. I've had so many moments. There was this all. There was a Delhi competition. In fact, the Delhi DJ competition,
Uh-huh.
and this was somewhere in '97, I think.
Right.
'97, no, earlier '94, I think. So uh, on the night of the competition,
Uh-huh.
on the same night was the last night of my club where I was the resident DJ. They were
Okay.
closing down for renovation, so it was
Right.
the last night
Okay.
before it closed for renovation. And that is the night that the competition was there in Taj Palace Hotel, and I was
Right.
in Meridian Hotel. I was the resident DJ of CJ's.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, which was a wonderful club. I don't know if you know about CJ's.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard about it. I've heard about it. So
Okay, okay. So
yeah. Yeah.
it was a great club, a wonderful club. And now, how do you participate in a competition when your club is having its final night before going for renovation? And I wanted to be part of the competition. I always want to be part of a competition,
Correct.
not to win. I don't care a damn if I lose. If I'm the
Just the
last,
experience itself. Just the experience itself.
experience and the fact that you are part of everyone. You know,
Correct.
I'm,
Correct.
I'm kind of the DJ who, like, I had a concept called Mix Masters, where we
Okay.
were 4 DJs from around the country going around the country
Mm-hmm.
and playing together. So I'm kind of the DJ who likes to play ping pong. I like to play aside another DJ or 2 DJs or 4 DJs or 5 DJs.
Wow.
And if
Okay.
there's a competition, I like to be part of it.
Correct.
Nowadays they want me to be the judge. I'm ready to do even that. Although my hands are itching, but even that is okay with me. Because you get to hear the new
Right.
play such fantastic mixes and try so hard and put in so many things. So that night I had this responsibility and I wanted to be part of the competition. So I
Correct.
asked my owner, Mrs. CJ at Meridian, and through the GM I asked her, and she was nice enough to permit me. She said, "Okay, there'll be a car waiting. You go, you play your set, and you come back."
Correct.
How long will that take? I said about 45 minutes because in the night, Taj Palace and
Yeah. It's not. I mean, the
15
traveling
minutes.
is easy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I said about 45 minutes. I have a 15-minute set. So she said, "Okay, done. Can be done.
Go and
You
get your thing done.
take part and we'll do this." So I went and I took part and I went right at the end. I was the last guy because of the timings. And I went there, I played my set and I ran out. And I went to the escalators, Taj Palace banquets, and the organizer, he comes running behind me. Jesse, don't go. I said, "No, boss, my night is going on. My crowd
Correct.
is, my assistant is playing for me. I have to go. I did my part. Wonderful. Good event. I like the crowd, lots of energy." He said, "No, we're counting the votes. You are winning." I said, "So it's okay if I'm winning or losing. I don't care. I'm going." He said, "No, please, 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. You are winning. We need to announce. Right now, we'll announce." So I said, "Okay." So then we went, and it came to me that I won. And I was so happy. I was amazed. And
Yeah.
that
I
was,
mean, some.
that was not the good part. That was not the good part. Now, those were days when we did not have mobiles. There were no mobiles around.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. No
Yeah.
social
So the
media.
only
No
thing
mobile.
is from a landline.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, I won. People clapped, everything. I said, "Thank you very much." I gave a little speech and I ran because I was thinking about my crowd. And I reached the hotel, and to my surprise, the news that I had won reached before me. Before me,
Oh.
it reached the hotel.
Wow. Okay.
People called from the lobby to the lobby in Meridian and told them that your DJ has won. So when I reached the hotel, all the security guards in the lobby, everybody, the lobby manager, everybody was there waiting to greet me and clapping and all the way down to the club. And the crowd, there was no music going on. Everybody was waiting for me. Can you imagine?
Just to give you an applause.
And they all clapped and everything. And then there was a request to play the set that I played in the competition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That must
So
have been great.
I said, hello, you guys are here to dance. In a competition, you play a lot of songs very fast because we
Correct.
just have 15 minutes.
Correct.
So I said that might not be suitable. So they said, no, we want to hear, we want to hear.
But that's
So
15 minutes itself, so that doesn't really matter, I think.
Alice in Wonderland.
Correct.
You know, so for a DJ, the love and appreciation of the crowd, of the people, of your fans, of your friends, that means the most, I think. So that's why it's a wonderful.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Okay, so the new DJs have begun to embrace technology more nowadays, as we all know. So, like the virtual DJ, DJ Pro, etc., has changed the entire scene. So, what is your take on the virtual DJing and how the technology has evolved? What is your take on it?
I think technology is wonderful. It's a wonderful thing because it brings a lot of people who maybe before could not access DJing.
Correct.
A lot of people who did not have people like Benny who took me to the club and gave me the opportunity.
Correct.
They could not become DJs, you know.
Yeah.
So technology has made everybody reach out.
Yeah.
If they have the talent, they can explore it. Money is not too much an issue, you know.
Correct.
You don't have to buy too expensive equipment.
Yeah.
Controllers today are pretty cheap, you know.
Yeah.
I think that way it's a wonderful thing. Technology, it's a wonderful thing. But again, where it hurts is that it makes it too easy.
Yeah.
It's very easy. That is why you see every, you know, actor, every producer, every singer, every dancer, every model, you know, every driver becoming a DJ. Because it's become too easy.
It's become too accessible and very easy. Exactly. Yeah.
Accessible is fine, but it's become too easy.
Yeah.
But even the good DJs.
Correct.
I don't, you know, I think if something makes it easy, then you should be doing more.
Yeah, and explore more rather. Yeah.
People mixing the same way, in fact, worse than it was in the 80s and 90s.
Correct.
They don't use the crossfader. They'll use the wrong knobs for the wrong things, and they don't use samples. They don't do scratching too much. They don't bring another element into it. In fact, most of the times they are doing this. This is not what DJs are supposed to do. Or they are lip syncing to the singer.
Correct.
You are not Kishore Kumar. You are not supposed to sing. You know, if I had the time, if I use today's equipments, I don't use today's equipments because if I use a controller, I will be very, very, very bored. I will be very bored. It's too easy.
Correct.
And I don't want to be bored. I want to be excited. I want to be challenged. I want to achieve something because that will give me energy, and that energy will translate to the crowd. It will emanate to the crowd. The happier I am, the more things I will do.
Yeah. You double the energy and you send it back to the crowd.
Exactly. And the more bored I get, the more easy it is for me. You know, then I will just do a job. I will do it like a job. I will not be excited. So rather than singing along or dancing, I think DJs should add more creative elements. There should be more creativity because we have this technology which takes away a little of the work. It makes it easier. The basics are easier.
Right.
So the idea is, what more do you do? What more do you do? You know, it's like marriage. Why does marriage become boring? Because when
it's the same thing. It's
not yours,
monotonous. Yeah. If you don't bring in spice, of course, it gets monotonous.
Exactly. If you sit back and say, "Hey, now I married you. Enough. I can't do anything else." It's gonna create trouble. So similarly, as a DJ, the more you do, the more elements you can bring in. You know, you can bring in live samples. You can bring in scratching. You can do rapping if you're into hip hop.
Correct.
You can do all these elements. You can play an instrument. The second club I saw in Jakarta, the DJ's name was Conte Chung. People can go on Google and find out Conte Chung with a C. And he had 4 synthesizers in his console.
Wow. Wow.
Imagine,
This was in
imagine.
which year? Which year was this in?
This is 1984.
Wow.
1984, 26 years back. This DJ was using 4 synthesizers to add to the music that he was playing.
Wow.
And that is what made DJs unique, creative, and they had amazing fan following because they used to do so much. They used to do so much. Today, I'm not talking about Indian DJs only. Today, even international DJs. I'm seeing them do a lot of visuals. Seeing them do a lot of visual thing and less creativity, not too much creativity. They'll play a track, they'll jump on the console, they'll throw cake into the crowd. I mean, what is this going on? Are you a musician? I believe DJs are musicians. You know, I seriously believe that DJs are creative people. They are creative musicians.
Correct.
Yes, they play other people's songs, definitely. But it is a challenge to blend those songs and make a story.
Right.
You know, sometimes
to build a journey, absolutely.
Sometimes it is easier to make a new song because you have all the freedom in the world.
Yes.
Than to mix 2 songs which have already been bound.
Also, it's very important to educate the crowd as well with your music. Like a normal person, your audience does not know everything. So I think it's very important to educate them with your music as well. You know.
Definitely. I love to do that, but I do not take it to the extreme.
Correct.
You know, at the end of the day, we are there to entertain.
Absolutely.
So we should play 80% of what the crowd
what they like. Exactly. Yes.
But you also give them a take-home gift. You also give them something that they will not hear on the radio.
Right.
They will hear it at many places. Because that is
how you educate your crowd as well with your music, different kind of music.
Exactly. You give them something. Because when they come to a club, they are buying a 10 rupee Pepsi in 100 rupees plus taxes.
Right.
So what are you giving them for the rest of the money that they are paying?
An experience overall. Correct.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, so the DJ does not control the ambience or the AC or the staff or the drinks in the bar.
We have the music in our hand and we can probably do a lot better than exactly.
Give some music which they have not heard before and which is good and which is good.
Right.
No? And that's the beauty of it. That is what will get you crowd. That is what will get you fans, because people will come to you because you play something that nobody else does.
Right. So what is your style of music, and what have you discovered in your music genre or style of DJing in the past couple of years that you've been a DJ, and all these years that you've been a DJ? What really, what is your discovery?
That's very hard to say. That's a very hard question, Donna, because in March, I will be celebrating 29 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So in 29 years, you don't stick to one genre.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you.
I was not a single genre guy, and I don't believe in it. I tell all my students that whatever you want to do later on,
right,
in the beginning, explore everything.
Right.
Listen to everything. Try to mix everything. And then if you think you are good in one particular genre, then you go towards it. Because music comes and goes.
Right.
Genres come and go.
There's an error it kind of has a little circle of life. Yeah, where it just keeps changing every time. Yeah.
The only music that will stay forever is retro.
Right. Evergreen music.
As we keep on growing, retro keeps on growing.
Correct. Correct.
That's the only genre that will stay forever. Otherwise, everything will come, stay for a few years, and it will go.
Right.
So the moment you choose one genre, you are limiting your creativity. I believe we should explore every type of music. I try to play everything. You know, you tell me a genre which is the most difficult, and I will do a night for you. I would love to. Wow. I love being challenged. I love doing things which other people cannot do.
You're a man who loves
I would play sentimental songs for a whole night.
Oh, wow.
You know, why not? We are creative people.
we should not limit our creativity. I seriously feel that.
Correct.
I tell my students,
And music is
but having
vast.
said that, I respect people who want to be master of one.
That's also a good thing. Absolutely.
There are some fantastic DJs who are really masters at what they do at one genre.
Correct.
And that is fantastic. I respect that.
Right. Okay. So so tell me a bit about the crowd reaction in case you don't see the crowd reacting as per your expectations. How do you handle it? What do you do?
Well, that rarely happens,
Okay.
because if you're a good DJ, that will never happen.
Yeah, but sometimes you never know. I mean, when you're traveling and stuff, I mean, you never really know what crowd to expect in different places. Correct. So has it ever occurred to you when you travel to different places and you get different crowds, and when they don't react a certain way that you want them to, or rather you expect them to, what do you do? How do you change your game?
That is where I have a secret. I always call the resident DJ to the hotel before the show, and I talk to him, and I find out from him what works.
Right.
At least
That's
at
a
least
little homework that you do.
At least 10-15 songs I know that work in that club,
No matter what. Correct.
no matter what. So those are my aces.
Right.
If something starts going wrong, right? It's just starting to go wrong.
Just
I know
belt out those 10-15 songs that you have in your playlist.
Exactly.
Right.
So I do homework. So homework is very necessary when you're traveling, when you're going to a new place. Talk to the resident DJ, talk to the other DJs over there, talk to the club manager, talk to the barman. Talk to them, find out what goes, what kind of music people like, because you can't talk to the crowd. They'll come later on.
Very correct. Yeah. So what have you faced any challenges as a DJ in your earlier days? I'm sure you have. Would you like to share some with us? Any particular challenge that you faced?
If I start naming the challenges, it will take 3 days.
Maybe just a little brief for all of us, since we are not from that era. So maybe a little brief,
No, challenges are always there. Okay, let me talk about the time it took for me to get a job. It took me about 8 to 9 months to find a job as a DJ, because there were only 4 clubs, and the good thing was there were not too many DJs to join. The bad thing was there were very few clubs. So unless somebody dies or somebody goes abroad,
Yeah, someone who's hurt themselves, however it be.
Yeah, you are not going to get a job.
Correct.
So it took me 8 months to get a job, and my parents were not here. I was all alone in the city. I did not know anybody because, as I said, my father was in the foreign service. So we used to be roaming around the world. So I didn't have any friends here. And I used to go to the clubs. That's how I found the job. Finally, when I did find it, I used to go to the clubs, and I knew the DJs because, okay, I'll share this secret with you, how I got myself introduced to the DJs in Delhi at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't go to the clubs because I did not have that kind of money on me. So I made a A3 size paper. I made a leaflet kind of a thing.
Okay.
Well designed, with me dancing. I didn't have a photo of me dancing. So I took a photo of a person dancing, and I put my head on it and photocopied it. And we put it in the flyer, and I typed some material. I put that, and
so basically you created your own flyer back in the day.
I created my own flyer.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was wondering that nobody knows me in this town.
How do you get out there? Right.
To the prospective clubs where I want to join, where I want a job.
Right.
So I sent those flyers to the general manager of each hotel which had a club.
Right.
I did not send it to the club. I sent it to the general manager. That is because I have done hotel management 3 years. So I'm a hotel management guy. So I knew that the GM will send it to the FME manager. The FME manager will send it to the club manager, the disco manager.
And then the wire bit from the main person.
And the disco manager will show the DJ that, see, there is this guy. He's also a DJ.
How
he
can
said,
we have him on board and stuff?
"ये तो क्या नाटक भेजा है?" You know. So, so with one letter, I'm hitting 4 people, and all the 4 people are the people I want them to know about me in the hotel.
And it's coming from the higher authority, the GM itself. I mean,
Exactly.
instead of going from the DJ, it's coming from the GM. So it's always a win-win situation for you.
These are the 4 guys whom I want them to know about me.
Right.
Did that,
Right.
and it worked. And
Right.
what I thought happened because I had that knowledge. That happened.
Right.
All the teachers knew there is a guy called Jazzy Joe.
Correct. Correct.
All of them called me. Sunny Sared and Joe was there, and Joe Azaredo, and they got to know Sunny Singh. All these guys got to know that there is a guy called Jazzy Joe.
Right.
And so when I approached these clubs in the night, the first time I went to the club and I asked for the DJ, I used to go early when the DJ would not be playing music. So I asked for the DJ and they went inside and said, some Jazzy Joe has come, topi pen ke, rang biranga, some Jazzy Joe has come. So they knew the name.
Right. Right.
Oh, Jazzy Joe, yeah. And they came out and met me and they took me in. So that's what a piece of paper can do for you.
Can do, right.
Right. So even my students, that's what I tell them, that reach out. First tell people. That is why the child cries when it is born. It announces that I'm here.
That I'm here, right.
Yeah, it announces the loudest way it can announce that I'm here. So
correct, yeah.
When you're fit to enter the industry, you have to announce it. You have to go and meet the DJs. You have to send letters, emails, anything. Make them aware that there is such a guy, on the planet.
Right.
Then step by step, things will go forward.
Correct.
Yeah.
So how can, it's a question for us DJs, how can a DJ be more creative when it comes to music, and what are the career aspects of the new generation? What do you think about that?
Well, for that question, I will say that you will get what you give. The amount of music, the amount of the amount of time you will spend with music, the amount of creativity you will do in your sets will decide how long you will last.
Right.
I'm here for 28 and a half years. That is a lifetime.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you.
That is a lifetime.
That's a really long time.
That is from childhood to starting to get old.
Wow.
I should have been forgotten by now. But if a few people know me, if a few people love me, they respect me, they like me, it is only because of all the hard work, all the
that you've put into your music and your art, right?
I took care of the sapling, and today it has become a tree, which is giving me shade.
True, very true, very true.
So that's up to you. What you do, how much time, how much energy, how much of your passion you show to the world.
Right. But what about the career aspects as of now in today's date for the young generation who are aspiring to be DJs right now? What do you have to say about the career options that we probably hold?
Well, I can't talk about the future because right now situations are very funny.
Exactly. Right now, nothing can be told.
Yeah. I hope and pray, and I talk to my colleagues, other senior DJs. Every day we are talking about this, that how to
bounce back on work
out a situation where the young ones can earn money and make a career.
Correct.
That is why I don't play online. You will not see me playing online, because that is my profession. I will not do it for free.
Right.
So that is the idea. If I do it for free, what about the young ones? What about the young ones who are taking care of their wives, their children, their parents? Where will they make their money at the end of the day?
Correct.
I can afford to do it for free. I can. God has given me enough. But then what am I creating?
Correct.
Am I creating an avenue for the young generation to earn their livelihood? No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
Right.
So that's why that doesn't make sense to me. But the good thing for the young generation is that now there are a lot of avenues.
Right.
Just like technology is helping younger DJs, Similarly, there are a lot of clubs, there are a lot of pubs, there are a lot of lounges.
Right.
Not our time when there were only 4 clubs. Imagine
Yeah.
4 clubs and every club had a DJ and assistant DJ. How do you get a job? How does the ninth person get a job?
Correct. Very true.
Today there are thousands, and it's not only that. There are a lot of DJs, Donna, who are doing events,
Right.
who are
Who
mobile
curate their own events and stuff.
parties,
Yeah.
they are doing weddings. They are good in that, and I think now because of this situation, I feel the future will be on the internet.
Yeah. I mean,
think
yeah.
we need to figure out a way with which the internet can be used to make a little money so that DJs don't go hungry, and to pay the copyright also. A little bit
Right.
of money can be paid to the copyright so that they don't stop the streaming, they don't trouble the
Right.
DJs. That is what a lot of my colleagues are facing right now. They are trying to play free of charge for the people, which is a very noble thing to do. But the companies are stopping their streaming because of copyright.
Yeah. Exactly. I
So
mean, we're facing the same problem as well. Even I'm facing the same problem as well. Yeah.
what I'm talking about, Donna. So I think the companies and the internet platforms and the DJs, I think we all sooner or later will have to sit down and work out a way.
Yeah.
If
Just
everybody
come together as one part of an industry and probably
rather
get
than running
things.
away from each other or
Yeah.
doing the pubs and taking the speakers, rather than doing all that, I think all of us we belong to the same industry. The
We
music
should
companies.
find a conclusion rather than
Exactly. I think we should all sit down and work out a way in which
Right.
everybody gains. The crowd gains, the DJs gain, the companies gain, the
Right.
internet platforms gain. I think that has to be done sooner or later.
Very true. Well, we've come to an end of the question answer round. Now we have a little bit of rapid fire questions for you, sir. We are also running out of time, so we got to make this a little quick. So yeah, please go ahead. So, okay, are we ready? We're ready when you are. So,
Yeah.
So you can make it short or probably one word, however you like it. You can tell me.
I know many words. So one word is difficult.
One sentence will also do, but just rapid fire questions, So
Okay.
just be short and sweet and to the point. Yeah.
Okay.
So, best and worst thing about being a DJ.
Best thing about being a DJ for me, I don't work.
And what's the worst thing about being a DJ?
Nothing.
You just
Nothing.
like DJing as a whole.
Yeah, I love it. I'm living the life. I'm living the life that I want to live.
Right.
I think I'm the happiest guy on the planet.
Right. So yeah. So where do you like to play the most? Wedding, corporate, clubs, pool parties? What is your and the list goes on. So what is your kind of place that you want to play the most, that you enjoy playing the most? Clubs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a club DJ.
Okay. 3 annoying things, requests, statements that you hear very often whenever you're performing.
Songs. People
Song
sing in
requests.
your ears.
Oh yes. And they expect you to know the song in spite of singing the wrong lines.
Exactly. And half of the time they are drunk. They don't know what they are singing. So
Okay, that's one. That's one. You gotta say 3 annoying things.
Second is the word bhaiya. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know my father had such a colorful life, that I had so many brothers around.
Okay, and third one.
Third one, annoying. Yeah, play something fast.
That's something I still don't understand. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, play something fast.
What do you mean by fast? I'm already on 130 BPM. How much more faster can I go? Okay.
And then there are people who will say, "Can I see your music?" Then I'll tell you what to play.
What to play?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. So react with one word to the following: music, awards, relationship, family, fans, parties. So we start with music.
I can't remember all of them. You have to go one by one.
I'll tell you. First is music.
Life.
Awards.
Life, because as long as I'm living, I'm making music. My heartbeat.
Okay, but about
I carry it
awards as well?
inside. I
Awards
carry
is still life? Awards? Second was
award,
awards.
encouraging,
Okay. Relationship,
necessary.
family,
2 words. Most important.
absolutely. Fans,
4 words. A gift from heaven.
parties.
Favorite. My favorite thing.
Okay, awesome. Okay, a piece of advice you wished you had gotten 10 years ago, or rather from the beginning of your journey. You know, a piece of advice that would have helped you in your journey.
Nothing.
Nothing really, as in you
If I
never wish.
if I look at my life has been wonderful, especially the tough parts, especially the
Okay,
tough phases in my life. They've been wonderful. They've taught me so much.
so right.
They've taken me towards the
Anything,
achievement.
anything that would probably make life a little easy for you in those days. Any kind of advice that that you wished you had but you never got.
No,
Okay, okay,
no.
moving on.
It has been
Worst
wonderful.
criticism.
If I had to
Okay,
live my life again, I wouldn't change a thing.
wow, that's great. Okay, so worst criticism you've ever received.
You look like a girl.
I couldn't tell, so I mean, I don't know back in the days, but I couldn't tell. No, you look like a
That
man.
was back in the days. That was before Sanjay Dutt
But you
also.
always had long hair. You always owned a long hair.
Yeah. I had longer hair. This is
Oh,
nothing. I had hair till here. I had longer hair.
wow.
And before
Okay.
Sanjay Dutt even came into the scene.
Right, right. Okay, moving on.
Two
One
women,
thing, sorry.
2 women, they told me, you look like a girl. I said,
Okay.
I won't tell you. Okay, I'll tell you. I told them, Auntie ji, it takes more than long hair to make a girl. You have a daughter, you should know that.
Okay, moving on. So one thing you would like to change in the industry. Any one thing.
Some of the owners of the clubs.
Okay.
Now,
Would you
some
like
of
to
the owners,
describe how
no,
in a brief
no, because
sentence?
they're not bad people, but they are people who have got into the business for the wrong reasons.
I think the work ethics is very important for one to understand and know, so you can
Exactly.
treat others with
You know,
equal respect and
I say whenever you do a business, you
Mhm.
do Reiki, you go abroad, you see, because these clubs are a Western concept, whether we like it or
Correct.
we don't,
Right.
they are
Yeah.
a Western concept. So if I
Right.
were to open a club, even today, with all the experience that I have, I would still go to Singapore, I would go to UK, I would go to US. If not, I don't want to spend too much money, I would go to Bangkok,
Right.
I would go
Right.
to Pattaya, I would go to Walking Street. I would see the clubs there. I would see what is going on, how they are managing, what music are they playing, and what crowd are they getting for that kind of music.
Right. Right.
I would do that. I would not just open a club because a friend of mine said, "Chal yaar, let's open a club, yaar." No,
Right.
over the
Right.
bottom of the night, you decided to open a club. So, and not just for money. If you open a club just for money, I don't think it's the right way to be. It's the right way to go, because clubs do make money. Definitely, they make profit. They make money. It is a good business. Definitely, but that is only if you do it right.
Correct. Correct.
You know,
Okay.
clubs make business from doing it right. If you're not going to do it right, the process is the most important thing in a club. Nobody comes to a club because it has a certain liquor or a certain song or whatever. Everything
It's a
contributes.
complete. It's a complete package.
Complete
Correct.
experience. So
Yeah.
unless
Yeah.
you know how to get the experience, for example, there was this owner who used to tell me that, Jazzy, why are the young people coming? The young crowd, the college crowd.
Hmm.
They come, and for a few nights it was free entry. So they said they come free,
They don't pay. Yeah.
pay, they don't buy drinks. They go to their cars and they drink and they dance here to your music. You like them because you got dancers, but they don't give business.
Right.
So I told him, I said, sir, the day this young crowd will not come, the old crowd will go. Because they are here
Exactly.
to see the young
For
crowd.
them. Right. Right.
That is the ambience, that is the energy which
Right.
attracts the elder crowd.
Right.
They are here to see energy.
Correct. Correct.
I'm not going to stand on the floor and dance for them. This is what the vibe is. They create the vibe. The younger crowd is creating the vibe.
Correct. Correct.
They did not agree. It was a different club, separate club. They threw the young crowd out.
Hmm.
After 2 months, it became a dance bar.
Ooh.
Then I
Man.
met the guy after 5-6 months. I told him, I said, today you are paying young people to dance at your place.
And that time you had young people come for free.
Yes, that time you had young people coming for free. He said, Jazzy, you were right. You were correct. So that's what I'm saying, that it's a process. If you don't know the process, then don't open a club. It's better not to open a club. Otherwise, you will feel sad. The staff will feel sad. The
Right.
DJ will feel frustrated. Not a good idea.
Correct. Correct. Okay, moving on. So tell me that one track that never gets old for you. One track that's always etched in your heart.
Too many.
One track, any one that, it kind of
Just an illusion.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
imagination.
Right.
The
One more
imagination.
thing is another song that makes you dance. Are you a dancer? Do you like dancing?
No, I don't dance anymore.
But you used to back in the days. I'm talking about whenever. The one track that can get you back on your feet anytime, any day. One
No.
song. There has to be
I
one.
used to dance like nobody else. I used to dance in a way that my parents used to be embarrassed because my father used to get his colleagues for dinner at home. My father was a diplomat. So he used to get other diplomats home for dinner. And after dinner, I would bring the 2-in-1 and I would wear white gloves and I would
Michael
dance.
Jackson. Were you a
Yeah.
fan of Michael Jackson?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Michael Jackson. So, and I would dance for them. And my father would be embarrassed. ये कहाँ से नचनिया पैदा हो गया हमारे घर में, Yeah.
Is there any track that you can tell us that would make you, reminisce those days or probably get you back on the floor again? Anything, any one number
No.
that you can remember? It
Broken
just
hearts
keeps
don't
changing.
dance. Broken
Okay.
hearts don't dance.
Okay.
No.
Last rapid fire question. What is the craziest thing a fan has done for you?
The craziest thing.
Uh-huh.
Too many things actually.
Anyone? We're running out of time also, sir.
Not the craziest. I would call it the cutest. That was at a show at Indira Gandhi Stadium. I used to do these shows for high school, Mr. and Mrs. High School,
Right.
and these competitions and all. So I
Right.
used to do these shows. I was the first club DJ to do these shows in the public.
Right. Right.
Because at that time we were gods. DJs were
Right.
gods.
Right.
And our heaven was the club. We did not go anywhere. The people used to come to us.
Right.
If they want good music, they will come to us.
Right.
But
So
I was
any experience that a fan has done for you? Any crazy experience?
yeah. So I was the first guy to go and play in stadiums and do all that. So once after the show, the children, they used to come for autographs always. So a girl, she came running and she said, Mr. Joe, can I get your autograph? I said, yeah, sure. I said, where? She said, here on my shirt. I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Your shirt will get, destroyed, and your mother and father will curse me. They will say, "कौन ये DJ खराब कर गया मेरी बच्ची की shirt? अभी दूसरा
Right.
shirt खरीदना पड़ेगा." You can't go with a signed shirt to the school.
Right.
No, please. I tried to get away from it, but she stood there for 15 minutes while I was doing other
Oh.
autographs, and she was too cute and too passionate about it. So I
Right.
did sign it. Cut to 21 years later, I get a call from a lady, and she tells me, I got your phone number from a friend who's an MC, and do you know who I am? I said, no. She's like, I'm the same girl whose shirt you signed on in that show, and
Wow.
I still have the shirt with me.
Wow, that's super
That
cool.
was-
Wow.
So touching. I was so touched. You know?
Wow. I mean, yeah, I mean, people remember you with little things.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we're done with all the rapid fire questions, we only have the last segment of the show, and we
Okay.
have 5 minutes to go. So,
Okay.
any advice you want to give to the new generation of DJs, and how to take care of their mental health at this point of time, about the lockdown and situations right now? Any advice?
I mean,
How
the,
to cope
the
up?
lockdown, there are two things you can do in the lockdown. You can sit and cry about the way things were, or you can reinvent yourself.
Correct.
You can use this time to look at your music collection, to take care of the collection, to weed out the songs you will never play, to select the songs you will play and compile them together, reduce
Right.
the number of pen drives or CDs or records that you use.
Right.
Or you can learn something, like I have started to do a show on YouTube about my autograph records. I've started to do that. I never thought I would be on YouTube. I would do these
Right.
shows, but I'm doing
Right.
it because it's something creative, it's something nice, and I'm sharing what I have with the rest of the people. So
Right.
the choice is yours. You want to
To
waste the
introspect and start something that probably they've never had the time to do in all these
exactly,
years. It's the
exactly,
right time, actually. It's the right time to introspect yourself and start
exactly. You
something
should look at it
probably.
as an opportunity. This is an opportunity to make yourself better. You have been
In
given a
whatever field you like, not just in music, but whatever field you like.
in whatever
That
field.
you, right.
This is the break in the movie for you to get popcorn and a soft drink.
Right.
You can go to the loo if you want. This is that break. Before it all starts again, enjoy this time, organize yourself, learn something new, spend time with the families. DJs
Right.
don't get time to spend with the families. We
Right.
don't, because we work at
Right.
night, we sleep till the afternoon, till the day, and today's DJs have it much harder, much more difficult.
Right.
Okay, the DJing has become easier, but today
But
you
the
have
jobs,
social
the
media.
jobs are not as easy as.
No, the social media. There is
Correct.
the responsibility of the social media.
Correct.
Every DJ has to have an account, has to be promoting, has to be this, has to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are many more things to do than there used to be before. So I think this is a break that all of us are getting. We should look at it
Right.
like that. We should use it, utilize it to the best of what we can. We should spend time with our families so that they can also understand that we are not just working zombies. They can understand, नहीं यार मेरा बेटा मेरा ही है. अभी DJing को नहीं दिया
Total
मैंने.
break. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. A little break.
Yeah,
is also
exactly.
important.
I think we should enjoy this. I think it's a wonderful time. I'm having a great time.
Also,
I'm
it's
going
important to
to
reconnect with yourself and your family and your friends that you've not had. I mean, most
exactly,
of us have the time because we travel so much and we live far from our homes as well.
exactly,
So I think it's a good time to
exactly,
introspect on yourself and
exactly.
spend time with
And
family.
God willing, we will do that again.
Correct.
We will get a
Correct.
chance to do all of that again. But right
Right.
now, when the break is there, enjoy the break.
Right.
Let's
Right.
enjoy this time rather than sitting and cribbing and wondering and being scared and being worried. What for? What for?
Right.
Yes, we are not
Right.
making money we used to make. But Donna, we are also not spending the kind of money we used to
Money
spend.
we used to spend. Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
so we are saving there also.
Right.
So it is how you look at it. It's your perception. So I
Right.
would advise everybody not to be scared, not to be worried, not to sit and waste your time and wonder when things are happening.
Rather just start.
Like the YouTube thing I am doing, I have planned it till the first week of March.
Right.
So
Wow.
I'm not worried. Till the first week of March, I am sorted. Similarly, I would advise all my friends, all my younger friends, to plan ahead for the next 6 months so that you are not worried. You are not
What's going to
scared.
happen or what's going to come next? Right.
Exactly. Things
Right.
will take care. There are problems. There are challenges. We all are having issues. But we can all work it out. We are the greatest thing that God has created.
Right.
Where
Very true.
is there a problem that we can't solve?
Right.
And DJs are wonderful at mixing different genres. We can do hip hop, we can do trance, we can do house. When we can mix
Right.
different BPMs, why can't we take care of different times? You know,
Very true, very true. And ups and downs are a part of one's life. So
exactly. That's
it
the
just
fun.
makes you value life a little bit more than the usual.
Exactly.
So yeah. So sir, can you tell us one particular incident that has happened with you and your DJ friends from the industry? Any one particular instance that you remember?
There are many. uh,
Anyone that you can share with us? Something funny or anything
oh yeah,
that
something funny. Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah.
I can tell you about this event we did in Bangalore. It was organized by a friend of mine, and just before the event, I got a fever of 104,
Oh,
and but I was never one to quit, so I took a
right.
paracetamol and I flew to the event. But somehow the fever just wouldn't go. So even in the event, it was supposed to be a competition.
Oh, wow.
We were all supposed to be competitors
Okay.
fighting for the trophy. And even in the event, I had the fever 104, just wouldn't go down. It went down in the plane, but came back in the event. And the organizer was telling us that you have to announce and you have to kind of act like WWF. You know that you are better than the other DJ.
Right, right,
So if you can rap, if you can do something, you have to show your attitude.
right.
You are better than everyone else when your turn comes. So we were supposed to be that. We were supposed to be aggressive, and go there like WWE warriors, fighters, and it was called War of the
So who all
DJs.
were there in that particular event with you?
I don't remember too many, but they were all friends. We were all friends, and I wouldn't like to take names.
Okay.
Otherwise, they might kill me for saying all this. So now my turn came to play. And everybody's asking me, are you okay? Are you okay? Can you do it? I said, yeah, of course I'll do it. So what, fever? It's okay. I'll do it for 20 minutes. We were supposed to play sets of 20 minutes. And I went to the stage and I started playing. And while playing, suddenly I felt very weak. So I mixed and I kind of took the support of the backdrop.
Right.
And the other teacher was standing beside the stage. They saw this. And they understood that there's a problem. Jazzy is not well. They all came rushing onto the stage.
But we want to know the names of your friends. One of
No,
the
I wouldn't say that.
Come on.
Otherwise,
Somebody who helped you there's no harm in taking their names. The ones who
no, the
helped
event
you.
manager would kill me. So,
No, I'm sure not.
listen, no, they all came rushing to the stage and they all held me and helped me. I said, no, I'm okay. I just feel a little dizzy. I'm okay. I'm
Dizzy,
okay.
yeah.
So then after that, for the next 15 minutes, they kept on handing me my CDs and I finished the set, but I kept on playing with the help of 4 or 5 DJs. And the event
Oh,
manager
that's sweet.
held his head that what I wanted you guys to do and what are you doing? You are helping each other.
That's
it,
sweet. Yeah, that's sweet. That
turned
is
out,
very sweet.
it turned out as not the war of DJs, but the love of DJs.
So who are you still? I mean, are you friends, like real close friends with any of the DJs in the industry at the moment?
Yes, all of them, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody. I like to be friends with DJs because it's like a doctor. A
Can
doctor.
you name a few who are your really close friends from back in the days up until now? Maybe one or two names, not too many, not one or two. I'm sure there are plenty, but one or
There,
two,
Akhtar
like
is
who are
there.
really close to you.
They're all close to me. Akbar, Akhtar, Ivan, Sanjay Datta, Jimmy Tangri was a DJ. You know, they're all close to me. All the old school, Sunny Sarid,
Right,
Philip. All of them. Sunny Singh. We still talk nearly every day. He's
right,
in
right,
Canada, I'm in Delhi. We're
right.
both sitting at home, but we chat. So I I still have all of them as my friends. That is my family.
Wow,
Because as a DJ, who will understand you better than another DJ?
correct. Very true.
You
Very
know,
true.
the fun of it, and the difficult parts. Who will understand you better than a
Right,
DJ?
right. And you
The
can
other.
at least, every time that people talk and meet, we always end up talking about our industry, irrespective of what situation we are in. So
Exactly.
yeah, I understand. Yes.
So I think DJs are family, you know, and
Right.
we should treat each other as family, because there is very less chance that anybody else will understand you or your life or your achievements or your sad parts or your challenges better than another DJ.
Very true.
You know,
Very
so I
true.
think we should all be like that. And I am blessed that all of my colleagues, I can't even call them old school DJs, because all are still relevant, all are still rocking,
Right. Right.
you
Right.
know,
We are all still, yeah.
top of the charts, you know.
Right.
All of them are still together as a family. We meet once a year. We meet. This year we could not meet because of this situation. Otherwise, around April we meet. We met in Goa. We met in Bombay. All of us we have a WhatsApp group. We chat every day. About 10 of us. You know. So we're still together. We love it, because we cannot talk to anybody else like we talk to each other.
Each other. Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for for being here with us today. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
It was a
Thanks for
pleasure
coming. Thanks.
talking to you.
Pleasure's all mine, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.